Welcome to the first episode of WTF Moments for Dragon Ball. In this series, I will be going over and watching every single episode of the Dragon Ball series, the original Dragon Ball. And we will be nitpicking, poking fun, talking about gags and goofs and all the little stuff that happens in it. And I hope you guys are kind of excited.
Is this just a rip-off?
Wait, who are you guys?
The YouTube comment section?
Oh boy, this is going to be rough. Well, to answer your question, yes, this is based on AceTrainerLiam's WTF Moments for the Pokemon series, which I absolutely love, and I don't really consider it stealing or taking the idea as much as paying homage as he did to the WTF Moments from Cultaholic. I'm a big fan of Cultaholic as well. I'm a big wrestling fan, if you didn't know. So I wanted to do this for a series that I enjoyed as much as, they do wrestling at Cultaholic and AceTrainerLiam does for Pokemon. So I chose Dragon Ball. That's the series that I want to do the WTF moments for. So hopefully you guys are excited for this. WTF. We find out that some old man found a kid in the woods. Just randomly found a kid in the woods. How long did he try to find this kid's parents? Did he try it all? Did Grandpa Gohan think to go to the police? Hey, I found this kid in the woods. You guys want to find his parents or anything? Grandpa Gohan's a weirdo. Confirmed. This opening title right here, not a WTF moment, but it just looks really, really cool. I always liked the opening, titles for the Dragon Ball series, even Dragon Ball Z. I really like what they do with most of those. Goku is carrying this big-ass saw. He's only cutting off these little chunks. You can see he's currently standing on these little tiny, chunks of this giant tree. This is a massive tree. And he's only standing on these little tiny chunks, which means he goes out there every day and cuts just a little bit of this tree every single day or every other day, how often he does it. Why not just cut down one normal tree?
He's trying to save the forest by cutting down as few trees as possible.
No, Goku was definitely going after the biggest tree he could just to see if it would give him a challenge. I know Goku from the future. He was not trying to protect any rainforest, any forest, nothing. He wanted a challenge. So next we see Goku focusing all of his energy, just really getting amped. And then he is able to perfectly break this tree piece into a bunch of individual pieces of lumber. Seems kind of odd to me. Not only does he cut them into perfect stacks of lumber, which you can see right here, they are just perfectly stacked. Perfectly stacked lumber. Yeah. I'm going to call some bull right there.
In the manga, the wood scatters. And Goku picks it up. Goku picks it up!
But I'm not reading the manga. I'm watching the TV show. Alright, next we're introduced to Bulma, who's wearing her name on her shirt. Is she really that forgetful? Bulma can't remember her name. Pass it on. Next we see Goku talking to the 4-star Ball, who he believes is his grandfather, and he's telling him not to go anywhere. Has this Dragon Ball tried to escape before? What happened there? I would like to see what happens when a Dragon Ball tries to escape from its owner. How does that even work? So Goku decides he wants a fish for lunch. Delicious choice, yes. But he says, first, I think I'm gonna need a snack. I can relate to this on so many levels. Goku wastes so much apple right here. And I don't know what's worse in animes or cartoons in general, when they eat the apple and then just leave so much left on the core. Like, there's a ton of apple right there. Perfectly good apple. I don't know what's worse, when they do that or when they just eat the whole thing, core and all. Always baffles me. But let me know in the comment section down below which one you guys would choose as worse. When they eat just a little bit around the apple, or when they eat the entire apple. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that like button, and it definitely helps out the channel when you do, because YouTube, algorithm, all that other fun stuff. And I know you guys can hit that like button if you're enjoying the series. And if you're new and you're still hanging out, why not hit that subscribe button so you can catch every single video and turn on that bell so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. So after he's done wasting this apple, Goku decides to just chuck it over his shoulder without a care in the world, doesn't look behind him, doesn't see if he's about to hit anyone with this apple, and sure enough, poor saber-toothed tiger's just minding its own business, walking through the forest, when BAM! Just gets smacked in the head with an apple. Man, I don't know about you guys, but Goku is definitely an inconsiderate litterer. Confirmed. So Goku leads this poor tiger straight off a cliff. And I'm talking Looney Tunes style eyes, and the jaw just drops. And you can just tell that its life flashed right before its eyes as it fell. And to make matters worse, Goku just lets the poor tiger fall. He definitely died on that fall. There is no surviving that fall whatsoever. Goku really is heartless. So after Goku lets this poor tiger fall to its demise, karma kicks in, and the branch that Goku is holding on to smashes, breaks, and he falls straight down into the water himself. But imagine that. Plot armor activate?
Well, Goku wouldn't have a problem surviving the fall. He's not normal.
True, but when he does land, there isn't a scratch on this boy. Not a scratch, not a tear in the clothes, nothing. He is in perfect shape. So after falling, Goku decides he has to go pee. So he just pees right where he's going to be fishing. That's just disgusting. Those poor fish. Imagine you're just living your life and somebody just pees on you. Man, Goku really is inconsiderate. So after that, Goku decides to use his tail as fishing bait. So he dips his tail in the water, hooks a monster fish, and decides to kick it. To either knock it out or kill it. I mean, it doesn't move after that, so I'm assuming he kills this poor fish by just kicking it? Man, what a poor way to go. To make matters worse, though, Goku says, man, this should last me until dinner. Should? Jeez, Goku is a growing boy. Pass it on. So Bulma, driving way too fast, almost runs right into Goku with his fish. He tries to dodge out of the way, so he moves, but then she swerves into him. Man, she is just a terrible driver. Bulma, a terrible driver. Confirmed. So then, Goku, out of anger, decides to just pick up the car, which he thinks is a monster, and just chucks it out of the way. You know, it's kind of weird. Goku needed to, do all of his power up and focus all of his energy to be able to lift that little piece of the tree. But when it comes to the car, he's able to just lift and throw it, no problem.
He was probably filled with adrenaline.
Oh, it wasn't adrenaline. He thought they were trying to steal his fish. He was angry, and Goku loves him some food. So, when Goku decides to challenge the monster, Bulma decides to pull out a gun and just unload the entire clip on this poor boy. To be fair, if a 12-year-old boy decides to just lift my car with me in it and throw it, I'm probably going to go to the extreme as well. Bulma has to reveal that she's a human. Does Goku not understand how humans work? His grandfather taught him about girls and told him to be polite, but he doesn't recognize another human? Kinda weird. So while Goku is cautious about dealing with Bulma here, like really, really cautious, he's like circling her with the power pole extended, he is not giving her any benefit of the doubt. He decides to lift the skirt. Perv alert. But when he does, he says, "I was just looking to see if you had a tail." Come on, Goku, you are a perv. Pass it on. So after they finally settle down and realize that they are both fairly good people, besides perverted, Goku decides to invite Bulma back to his house for lunch. And she says, and I quote, "If you think we're going to do anything improper, you can forget it." Whoa, jumping to conclusions there, Bulma. Jeez, calm down. So on the way back to Grandpa Gohan's house, Goku and Bulma decide to have an argument over who has the weirder name. I mean, they're both pretty weird names if you ask me, but let me know in the comment section down below who you think had the weirder name between Goku or Bulma. So when they get back to Grandpa Gohan's house, Bulma then sees that Goku does indeed have one of the Dragon Balls that she is after, and she reveals that she has two herself. To which Goku responds, "Wait, so you've got two grandpas?"
Well, everyone has two grandpas.
Everyone has two grandpas.
Yes, but they aren't all trapped in Dragon Balls. Come on, Goku, use your head. Pilaf finds himself his first Dragon Ball and says, "I'm ready to make my wish." To which Mai has to inform him that he needs 7 Dragon Balls to be able to make the wish. Did nobody explain to Pilaf beforehand, "Hey, let's go find a Dragon Ball"? Well, you need 7, not just 1. Just remember that, Pilaf. Nobody? Come on, what kind of crew are they? So Bulma says she would trade Goku his Dragon Ball for a little peek, while slyly lifting her skirt just a little bit. First of all, Bulma, Goku already got a peek when he was looking for your tail. And second of all, the kid is 12. Bulma is a massive, massive perv. Pass it on. So, Goku, in response to all this, says, "What do I care about seeing your dirty old fanny?" And while not a WTF moment, I thought that was actually pretty funny and well written. So Bulma has to make a pit stop in the middle of their travel and has to go running out behind a rock. She doesn't see a giant pterodactyl just hanging out behind this rock. Bulma's blind. The creepy pterodactyl decides to try to kidnap Bulma, and when Goku comes to her rescue, he says, "Oh no, we're just best friends and we've got dinner reservations at a fancy restaurant." And Goku believes it, while the pterodactyl is tying him to a tree. I guess Bulma got her perfect boyfriend, right? Goku quickly realizes that the pterodactyl's true intentions were nefarious, and just kind of shrugs and moves and the ropes come off. Man, that was the worst knot tying ever. Confirmed. Goku uses the bike that him and Bulma were riding on to get to the pit stop, and he is somehow able to make this bike fly. Maybe Bulma is a witch of some sort? So while Goku is flying through the air on this bike, he's able to jump off and not quite get to the pterodactyl, so he extends the power pole and just thwomp, comes right down full force on this thing's neck. Man, this pterodactyl is super dead, and it just goes plummeting into a ravine. That poor thing. But while they're falling, Goku just takes his pole and he shoots it, like throws it towards Bulma, which is able to go through her sleeves on their back and stick into a mountain to save her. So after saving Bulma from the pterodactyl, Goku says, "Too bad. I don't like to hurt anybody, but he left me no choice." that poor saber-toothed tiger and the fish that you killed earlier might want to have a little chat with you, Goku. Good and evil racing against each other to get the 7 Dragon Balls. Who will win the race? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball. Now, I absolutely loved watching this series. Full disclosure, I've never seen Dragon Ball, the original series. I've heard little bits and clips from it, so I'm actually really excited to go through and watch this series either with you guys or on its own. I'm watching it on the Funimation app. I'm watching the unedited version, so I mean, I'm sure they still changed a lot in the English dub. But I'm hoping you guys enjoy watching this series. If you do, like I said, make sure you show some love on the like button down below. I'm very excited about this series. I'm putting a lot of work and a lot of effort into it. So hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Peace.